Now imagine you are a man. You're born into the world and it's unspoken that you just deserve certain things and you should have a woman and you get a job and a house. Like, just unspoken. This is the way it's supposed to be. And she's doing so many things. She's going to school. Like, I think some men don't understand how we are so driven. I used to be in a relationship with a man who he literally cried one time because he was like, I can't keep up with you.
None of them can.
We figure shit out. So I think some men are looking at us. We are supposed to be this weak thing. We're supposed to be this clueless, helpless thing. And on top of that, we're beautiful, soft, gorgeous, voluptuous, and we're making more money, and we're showing up in ways that the man can't figure out. I mean, I kind of understand why they're so upset.
Okay, I wish I could have stitched that whole thing, but you get the point. I love that video so much. And I honestly think, I say this all the time, that men are just so jealous of us. But she brings up something that I also think about a lot, and it's even more so now, is like, they've been told that they deserve the world, that like, yeah, like she was saying in her video, they watched their dads, their grandpa, all the men before them got the wife and and they had a woman who didn't say anything back and just took it and did everything and just accepted. Not that our mothers and grandmothers and all them weren't fighting. Of course they are. I wouldn't be able to go to do most of the stuff I'm doing, or all the stuff I'm doing as a woman, if the women before me had not been pushing back. But like, we're kind of in a new era where at least we legally, like, we can, have houses and we can have bank accounts and stuff like that. And so really just having the option to take care of ourselves, hopefully, right? Because there's a lot of nuance to this, because a lot of women are born into poverty. A lot of women are disabled. A lot of women experience racism and all kinds of stuff that I never will. So obviously this is different for everybody. But, as a collective, we at least, have reproductive rights, have birth control, although reproductive right, that's why they're going after that, because they all want to baby trap us and take away our ability to make money, because all they got to do is get us pregnant, and now, boom, we're out of the workforce and can never return a lot of time. And so they've been told they deserve all these things. And now women have more rights than our grandmothers and great grandmothers and all them, right? And they're like, wait a second, like, this isn't fair. Not only are they just like not dating me and letting me push them around, but like, they're in awe of us. They're in awe of us. It's just like now that, the playing field has been, it's not level. It's nowhere near level, but it's, getting closer. I say this all the time. I run circles around every man I've ever met. I have never met a man who can work as hard as me, who has as much ambition as me, who is as driven as me. I have never met a man, but every woman I know runs circles around the men in their lives. Now, not always. Like, I'm not saying that no men like are motivated in doing that stuff, but I do think that women, because of, we have to. We have no choice. Women are the most ambitious people I've ever met in my life. I've never met a man with as much ambition plus action. Ambition without action is pointless. Why bother? You're just a dreamer, right? But women, like, and this is what I wrote about in that, men have no friends and women bear the burden thing. It amazes me watching so many boomer women. Their husbands are at home just watching TV. Again, they have no friends. They have no life. They literally just wait watching TV. And the women, even when they retire, they never stop. They're volunteering for the church. They're volunteering for this organization. They're taking care of the grandbabies. They're doing everything. And they're taking care a lot of times of these men who still refuse to take care of themselves, right? Women never stop working. Not all, maybe if you have a lot of money, okay. But they never stop doing emotional labor, mental load, and all that other crap, right? And it amazes me. Well, and that's why, like that, God, this dog hair, Tina Fey, I think on Saturday Night Live or whatever, one of these skits a while ago. And this is why it became kind of like a tagline of like, workers get shit done. We get stuff done. Like, it doesn't, Yeah, like again, we're at this place now where men are like, oh, okay, just tell me what to do, right? And like need to be given a list and to do something. And it's like, I mean, like I can't imagine coming from that place of having to be prodded and cheered on. I mean, literally, like the fact that cheerleaders exist is like proof of this, right? Like men just can't go play football. Just go play football, bro. No, I need a cheerleader. I need someone to tell me I'm amazing while I do this thing. Who are our cheerleaders? We've been doing this stuff without cheerleaders for so long. Women have become each other's cheerleaders, who gas each other up and are like, no, my God, you're beautiful. I mean, I love the videos where people are like, nothing is like going to a bathroom at a nightclub at 2 a.m. with drunk women. They're like, oh my God, I love your dress. Like women just give so many beautiful compliments and gas each other up. We also tear each other down. We are the foot soldiers of the patriarchy and we keep each other in line. Any woman who is online, who makes content like me or any of my mutuals knows this, that women are like brutal in the comment section when they're trying to police us, right? Especially my screeching or whatever, which apparently I can't do now because I still don't have my voice back entirely. But anyway, it's the energy. And this is why it drives me crazy when they're like, they convince women to marry older men. Really? Men are already so lazy. Why would an older man, like, I understand why they want us to marry older men. It is rooted in purity culture. It's rooted in, it's rooted in like all the bad things of patriarchy, white supremacy, culture, capitalism, like just, older men, get baby trappers, right? But also, it just doesn't make sense. Because even if this man is more financially stable, he has no energy. Like, I swear to God, when I dated this guy who was like 9 years younger than me, I literally, as a joke, called him Grandpa. Because I'm like, how can you be so old in like your thinking? Like, I know that I do too much. Like, I know that I have boundless energy, right? My husband calls me Tornado Rainbow for a reason. I'm just like, right? The tornado part is like not necessarily a great thing, but he sees it as like a beautiful thing, like this energy that has, puts like rainbows everywhere or whatever. It's a beautiful compliment. But I have so much energy, but I've had to learn I have to really protect my energy because men will otherwise waste my energy. I firmly believe that the only reason why I have the creative life that I do, the career that I do, and have had the most amazing life that I've had with all these adventures and crazy fun jobs is because I did not have a man stealing my energy from me, sucking the life out of me like a vampire, like all these gold digging, soul digging, hobosexual parasites do. They take and exploit and slowly unalive you through your nervous system by exhausting you. I didn't have that in my life. And that's the only reason why I have my career, especially a creative one. Women would write so many books and plays and screenplays and poetry and so many things if men didn't exhaust us all the time. And the fact that women do it at all under patriarchy amazes me, but that shows how motivated we are and we just do things. But that's part of this is the creator that reframed patriarchy as mind control, and I love that. I can't unsee it now because what does even patriarchy mean? It's mind control. It's the self-gaslighting. It's the self-doubt. It's the imposter syndrome. It's all the things. It's the guilt. It's the feeling like love is about giving, not also receiving. It is that being picked and being, nice and all this crap actually benefits us when it's not. Like being nice to men has literally almost gotten me unalive so many times. I'm done being nice. I hope they hate me. I hope most of them hate me. I don't really want them to because I don't want them to kill me. But honestly, I don't want to be liked. I don't care if y'all like me. I only care if the ones who are healthy like me. And even still, I will say things that challenge them. When I think about all the men, I need to make a whole video on this. All the men who've stolen women's ideas. The same way white people have stolen Black, Indigenous, and other people of color's ideas and culture and all, everything. We've been doing this for forever. But this is what men have been doing to us collectively also. And in our relate, Einstein, fork that guy. Fork Einstein. God, he stole everything from that woman. Anyway, women have endless, boundless energy and ambition. And we just get to work. We just do things. Whereas men had to be cheered on. Had to be given a little pep talk. I'm so over it. There's our pep talk. If a man is not your cheerleader, he is your number one hater. We deserve cheerleaders. We deserve pep talks. We deserve somebody to gas us up other than having to gas up ourselves and other women doing it. But also, if that man is not motivated on his own and doesn't have to be pushed and prodded and whatever, he's also not serving you. Just sometimes I can't believe how lazy and entitled men are. And every woman I know, even in the healthiest relationships, has had to call her husband out on like, what are you doing? Wait, why don't you just do this thing? Right? And have had to have lots of hard conversations, even with the most enlightened men. But that's also part of the unpacking of patriarchy. And that's why I do not mess with men who are not willing to unpack this stuff. It's very painful stuff. It brings up a lot of shame in them. And so that's why a lot of men won't do it. Like, whatever, this gender war. Fuck you. It's not a war when one person is unaliving the whole group of people. That is not a war. The same thing could be said about what's happening right now, about multiple genocides happening. It's not a war, bro, if one person has all the power, right? And so if this is not a, like, why do women just hate men? We're like, why won't you do something? Why are you so lazy? Why does it take... it's like moving a mountain to get you to do stuff. Why don't you have motivation? And honestly, I believe it's because they don't have to. Every woman I know knows that it is life or death for us to have security, financial security, and all these other things, right? Because without that, we will die. Whereas like men always know they're going to be fine because even if they don't have things, they can always exploit a woman. Even homeless old men like Unc, the guy I was talking about the other day, literally will have women show up and help them out, despite there being so many homeless women who are only homeless because of men like that, who are violent and who have burned all their bridges. Do you know what I mean? Men know that they will always have women who will swoop in and take care of them. So of course, they're lazy and entitled, right? Whereas women know that we will not necessarily have that. We have to work for it. We have to work on our community. We pour into our community. We pour into like whatever that third space is, if it's church, if it's, clubs or whatever. We do all that hard work because we know we can't survive on our own, right? Whereas men know that they can survive on their own as long as they're a woman who will swoop in with her cape and save him. And all of us do it. And that is why, honestly, I really, 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 really think that the foundation of women freeing ourselves and to tapping out of patriarchy is just letting these men, leaving them alone. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be your cheerleader unless you're cheering me on too. Then I'll do it, which is, what me and my husband is my number one fan. If you haven't already seen that, then, in the comments and everything in my life. So, I would cheer him on because he cheers me on. But like so many men are like, cheer me on, but they don't want to actually be your cheerleader because they're even too lazy to do that. Like, they're too lazy to do that. So stop thinking that, older men are the solution because these old men, I'm not saying that it never works out, but what I am saying is that So many men are already like old, grumpy old men when they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s. So, because they're lazy and they like hate the world because they hate themselves, but just keep getting things. They know they don't deserve all these things. And so they're probably like, I hate you for doing something for me that I don't actually deserve because I hate myself, but I won't actually do that work. I'll pay $100,000 to a dating bounty like that last video. I'll go spend $100,000 to go climb Everest to make me feel like a big boy, but I won't spend a penny on therapy or literally anything. I will go pay schmegs workers to unload on and, avoid myself with. Have someone to listen to me, but I'd never pay a therapist. Like the way these men think is just, the less we swoop in and save these men and let them to continue to rely on our boundless energy and motivation and ambition, the more we are able to pour that back into ourselves and to the community that we create and other women who I talk about this all the time. Women have saved my life. Women have been the foundation of my happiness for my entire life, right? My best friend Liz, my sister, my female friendships have always been my family. And men have come and gone. They are, you know what I mean? So if you need to help someone and pour into someone other than yourself, which you should be doing, pour it into these people. Stop pouring it into these men. Because the reason why they're so lazy and entitled is because they can be. Why would they do anything if they know some woman is going to do it for them? Right? Like, tap out! Stop! You're creating monsters by doing all this for them. And I'm sick of it. And all that energy and ambition that you have, if you put some of that into, your creativity instead of like helping men, that alone is a revolutionary act. Revolutionary, life-changing for you. And then the ripple effect, revolutionary, man. More people, the more women do this, the less men will be entitled, helpless little babies, ruin our lives and waste their own.